Hello everyone. Let us discuss about some major terms and concepts related to temples in India. As we had been discussing that temples are a very important part of Indian heritage. Clear? Terms should be known to understand about the temple plan. Clear? First of all, I'll let you know what are the major terms related to temple. Clear? First important term related to temple is known as Garbhagriha. Clear? It is a place where the idol of the main god or goddess is kept. Clear? In English we call this place as Sanctum, sanctorum. Clear? So this is a place where the idol of the main god is kept. Clear? Suppose this is the temple. This is a place known as Garbhagriha where the idol of the main god is kept. This place is known as Garbhagriha or Sanctum, sanctorum. Clear? Another major term to be known in temple architecture is known as Amon. Clear? Amon is a term which indicate basically that apart from Garbhagriha of the male god, clear, Garbhagriha of even his female consort could also be constructed, and therefore the Garbhagriha of female consort or spouse is known as Amon. Clear? Like God Shiv is also depicted by goddess Parvati, and therefore the Garbhagriha of goddess Parvati is known as Amon in temple architecture. Clear? This is second term. Third important term is known as mandap. Clear? Mandap is a large rectangular platform where the main religious activities are carried out. Suppose this is Garbhagriha. Surrounding Garbhagriha there is a large rectangular platform where religious activities are performed, prayer activities are performed. These are known as mandap. But again, mandap is of different varieties. Clear? Mandap is of different forms. Clear? Mandap is also known as simple mandap. It can also be known as ardha mandap or half mandap. It can also be known as maha mandap. It can be known as kalyan mandap. Kalyan mandap was largely constructed in southern temples which marked basically marriage occasions. Clear? Then we have another mandaps also. Clear? So mandaps can be of different form. It can be 1000 pillared mandap where multiple pillars are constructed. Clear? So mandaps are of different forms. Clear? So mandaps vary from size and forms from place to place and from temple to temple. It can be Nat mandap. It can be basically Sangeet mandap. It can be also the mandap known as ardha mandap. These are different varieties of mandap. Clear? Apart from this, there's a middle place between mandap and Garbhagriha, which is a connecting link between the Garbhagriha and the mandap, and this is known as Antarala. Clear? So this in temple architecture is known as Antarala. In English we call it to be vestibule. Clear? So this is mandap and this is Antarala. Clear? So connecting link between mandap and Garbhagriha is known as Antarala. Clear? So fourth major term to be known is Antarala. In English we call it to be vestibule, which is another very important feature of temple architecture, that is Antarala. Clear? This is another component of temple. Apart from this, clear, the entire temple complex is surmounted by shikhar or viman. We had discussed in another video. This is known as shikhar, and this shikhar is curving in a tower. It can be viman as well. And this is surmounted by a structure which is known as amalak. Amalak is the topmost part, and above this is a structure which is known as kalash. Clear? So these are major terms to be known. Clear? These are major. So another major term is known as amalak. Then we have kalash on top, and seventh is known as viman or shikhar. Viman in Dravid style, shikhar in the Nagar style of temple architecture. These are major terms. These terms varies from place to place also. Clear? For instance, in Odisha, there is a large assembly hall constructed adjoining mandap, and this structure in Odisha or in temples of Odisha is known as Jagmohan. Clear? So Jagmohan is another term in the temple. Clear? Jagmohan is basically large assembly hall for the lay devotees to conduct religious religious activities known as Jagmohan. Clear? In the temples in South India, the temple is surrounded by large field. Clear? And beyond this field is grand entrances constructed. These grand entrances in the temples of South India, they are known as Gopurams. Clear? Another distinctive feature is in the temples in southern part of India, a large water tank is always found. Clear? But in the Nagar style, in the northern temples, water tank may be found, may not be found. It is not compulsory. Clear? But in temples of South India, it is mandatory to have basically a large water tank in the field surrounding the temples. Clear? Or rather in the temple premises. Clear? At the same time, at the entrances, the Vahan is also indicated in temples like Nandi. Clear? So Vahan is basically Nandi, that is always depicted or largely depicted in the entrances of the temples as well. Clear? In fact, these Nandis act as Dwarpal, that is gatekeeper of the temples. Clear? So these are major terms in the temples to be understood. Garbhagriha, in English known as Sanctum, Sanctorum. Amon, that is Garbhagriha for spouse. Clear? Mandap is of different varieties. Clear? Antarala or vestibule, connecting link between Mandap and Garbhagriha. Amalak, Kalash, Viman, Shikhar, Jagmohan, Gopurams and Vahan. All these are major terms you should know related to temples in India, which are an integral part of Indian culture and heritage.